You have political mavericks from one end to the other, such as Ed Koch, Dov Hikind, D'Amato, who have come out very strongly against you. The question that I have is, can you work within the political arena when you have hostility against you coming from you don't even know where, from all sides of the spectrum?
I look at the primary as being a symbol of what the general election is going to be like. I had a lot of opposition. In fact, every Republican leader in the state was opposed to me in the beginning, except for the leadership from Western New York. And as we were closing that, it was as we were closing that gap in what started, I think we started at 3 and he started at 50, and he, by 3 days before the election, the Quinnipiac poll showed he was at 43 and we were at 42. We surged over the period of 2.5, 3 months. And the reason for the surge was because we talked to the people. The people didn't care what the leadership wanted anymore. The people could care less about Ed Koch. They know he's a lobbyist. They could care less about Al D'Amato. Here's a guy that was under scrutiny. Okay, he's the most powerful, wonderful man in his own mind. Right? But really, what is he? He was under scrutiny every day he was in the United States Senate by the Ethics Commission for violation of ethics rules. I mean, he brings nothing to the table. Look at McCall. He's already involved in scandals. What do they bring to, each one of them is a lobbyist. They're all in bed with Cuomo. Either they're in bed with Cuomo because they feel they will have access with him, all right, and that, you know, they bought their way into the access and they already paid. They don't want to. They don't want to leave that obligation that they got themselves into, or he's intimidated them. How much of those contributions, that $25 million, do you think was taken by intimidation? Investigating industries like Wall Street. Don't you think the other firms contributed so that they didn't get investigated? It was extortion, plain and simple extortion. And yes, Mr. Cuomo is a very astute person, but he doesn't warm with the people. I, in that primary, went out and visited the people across the state, as I'm doing right now. I'm visiting the people. Here you are. I could care less what Ed Koch has to say. It doesn't matter to me. It's matter what Rabbi Schoenfeld says and Rabbi Levin says. Okay, yes, you count. Because you're going to talk to your people and your people will respect you. They don't respect them. It doesn't matter. The press, people have less respect for the press than they do for Congress. They can read through the nonsense of the press. My God. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you, sir, just